Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's the 29th of March, 2017, and I am going to give you some serious science news. First up in science news, Elon Musk still wants to computerize your brain, because if you don't computerize your brain and get the neural link, the AI supercomputers will blow right by you, making you obsolete, and you'll end up in a cardboard box in somebody's basement. Elon Musk says so, and it must be true. Moving on. A daredevil wrong way asteroid is playing chicken orbiting Jupiter right now. The unnamed asteroid shares Jupiter orbital space while moving in the opposite direction as the planet, which looks like a recipe for a collision, astronomers said. Yet somehow, the asteroid has managed to safely dodge Jupiter for at least tens of thousands of laps around the sun, a new study shows. The mysteriously lucky asteroid was discovered in 2015 by astronomers using the Panoramic Survey Telescope and Rapid Response System STARS in Hawaii. Moving on. A Neanderthal artist was revealed in a finely carved raven bone. Regularly spaced notches on a raven's wing bones appear to have been carved for aesthetic reasons with implications for Neanderthal intelligence. That is phenomenal. It is awesome knowing where all these grants and tax dollars are going to. Now we know if Neanderthals were decorative or not. Looks like that question's answered. And moving on. A 1,000-year-old toy Viking boat was unearthed in Norway. There were no toy Vikings on it at the time, and it's not quite as large as you may think, seeing how it's being held by someone wearing rubber gloves. A hole in the middle of this carved toy boat may have been bored to hold a mast and sail. Excellent. It looks like a regular old piece of bark, but as you can tell by the hole in the middle, it used to have sails and a crew, and it would bring people to India, and so forth. Again, that one kind of flopped. Moving on. NASA has once again got photos of asteroids in deep space, and apparently they're lurking out there and could attack at any time. Only a few near-Earth objects would fit NASA's proposed guidelines for a manned mission to an asteroid, and this one is it. Pretty soon they'll be building an upside-down building on it. Of course it's real. It's from NASA. Moving on. Now this might look like a really bad bowl of gravy or perhaps a bunch of hippopotamuses, but it isn't. It's 11, not 12, not 10. Asian elephants, not Indian, not African. 11 Asian elephants were trapped in a Vietnam war bomb crater in 𝗦𝗵𝗵𝗿 Wildlife Sanctuary in Cambodia, and they were all rescued because the bomb crater was filled with mud. As you can see here in the illustration, you can't quite see it? Let me blow that up for you. You see that? And you just thought this was a really unclean men's room. And moving on. It seems that SpaceX is at it again with a Falcon 9 rocket being prepared for a launch this week. But it's only being poised for the first reflight Thursday. So no matter what they say, no matter what it is, that could be a paper towel roll on a really small set. Who knows? Because space isn't real, SpaceX isn't real, and NASA isn't real. But I digress. And moving on, the world's most diverse dinosaur footprints have been preserved in Australia. With the video, let's listen.
So the last 5 years we've been documenting the dinosaur tracks around 𝗏𝗏 James Price Point, around 25 kilometres of coastline. And in that time we've discovered and observed literally thousands of dinosaur tracks and have been able to determine that this area preserves one of the most diverse dinosaur track faunas anywhere in the world. Nowhere else has as many different types of dinosaurs represented by tracks than 𝗏𝗏 does.
And there you have it. Moving on. Billionaire Richard Branson on Bill Gates' tennis game. How he met Jeff Bezos and more. Awesome. Awesome. It's awesome being a billionaire and meeting other billionaires. Moving on. And this is today's image of the day. Fake astronauts on a fake space station taking fake pictures in an underground pool, faking space. Awesome. Wow, look at that artist conception. That's one heck of a drawing. I bet your kids can't do that. I'm just kidding. I'm sure they can do that because it's ridiculous and it looks like the top of my countertop. Nothing more. Moving on. A giant octopus wears jellyfish cape after it devours its owner. That's fantastic. Look at that little fella, huh? With his little jellyfish cape on. That's great. Good for him. You go, octopus. Moving on. You see this really unhappy lady right here in China and all those smokestacks with no EPA controls at all? Well, it turns out Western demand, not us, for goods from China is killing 100,000 a year. Way to go. Yay, Walmart. I'm just joking. That must suck for them, but it's coming home to roost soon. Moving on. And let's wrap up this segment with how baby talk gives your child the best start in life. Isn't that great? Talking to a baby like a baby helps a baby. Oh, baby, that's great. Richie from Boston. I was really bored, and now I'm out.